Om. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Because we think, because we imagine. What do we imagine? We imagine that we are an individual, and as an individual I believe that I have to do something in order to survive, in order to realize, in order to reach somewhere, in order to communicate, in order to nourish, in order to earn money. And all this is based upon this wrong imagination that I am the doer. This individuality, this I, the ego, it expresses as the karta and bhokta, the doer and the enjoyer. And it is all on account of its acceptance that it is this body, that God is somewhere far away, that realization is a destination to reach. Self is somewhere deep inside me. The world is too big for me to navigate through. As long as this feeling is there, yes, we must do. What we must do? We must listen to satsang, we must do yoga, pranayama, whatever is the inspiration from within, but keep working towards the purification of the mind, purification of this I, purification of this I which is expressing as the doer and the enjoyer. And slowly, and how do? You don't do it with any expectation. All the doing that is required to be done is because it is the right thing to do, not because I want anything. When this attitude is maintained, then alone some sort of purification starts taking place within our bosom. Anandamayi, a great saint of India, she was the goddess herself. She says, if you are taking this position that this world is, it is only your take of life. And what is your take of life? I was born, I am growing, there are diseases, I get hungry, this world is there, this world is other than me, I am a part of this world is huge, this universe is huge. And the because we have contemplated like this, someone when we were young instilled in us the wrong way of thinking because they didn't know any better. That could be our parents, that could be our teachers. We never came across a person who could tell us something wiser, something more meaningful. They only told us what they knew. She says, if you are imagining that what I just said, why don't you imagine that this whole world is in me, gods are in me, the body is in me, the breath is in me, the mind is in me, the thoughts are in me, the convictions are in me. Because without me, this experience cannot take place of the whole universe. As long as I am taking the position that I am a teeny meeny bit in this whole huge wide expanse of universe, miseries will come my way. But once I have accepted and taken a position that this whole universe is not apart from me, it is just an imagination of my mind, it is a projection of my mind, like the dream, even in the waking state. That very moment, our complaining, our seeking, our aspiring will stop. Our doing will stop. In short, our doing will stop. Doing implies action or activity. See? And doing happens only when we consider something separate from ourselves and we want to gain it, we want to reach it, we want to acquire it, we want to realize it. Why? Because we think it is separate to us, and therefore the journey begins. Where journey begins, doing begins. But if we take this position slowly, that the entire creation, entire universe is in my mind, is a projection of my mind, is not why we have to say it is projection. She says even give that up. Without the self that I am, this world is not possible. And if I consider myself to be the mind, it's okay, consider it to be the mind. But right now you're through that mind which you are considering as self, as the considering yourself as the mind, that's why we are thinking and talking, and we have a take that the world is too big and I am too small. In the same mind, make the mind to re-educate it, to accept that the whole world is in the mind, it is not apart from the mind. And once that position is taken and it starts slowly percolating within the mind, and for that she gives the exercise that every day, every hour, set yourself the first 15 minutes or the mid 15 minutes or the last 15 minutes. Every hour, 15 minutes in every hour, we must live consciously thinking that everything is in my mind. It's not other than my mind. Initially it will be difficult. Yes, it will be difficult. It will be tough. There will be distractions. When we started learning in the school, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, 2 fours are 8, it was difficult. We had to use so many supports in order to come to how much is 2 times 7. Oh, we start counting and we start. It was difficult. But today it is easy for you. But today's kids, again, it is difficult for them because they use only the calculators. But for us to use those calculators, complex calculators, it's difficult. For them, it is easy because they have grown up with it. They don't know any other way of any other way. So yes, it will be difficult, but over a period of time, a skill is developed. So develop this skill 15 minutes in every hour where you stop everything. I'm not saying you stop whatever you are doing, you do, but those 15 minutes, you, while doing everything, you engage your mind in thinking that everything is happening within it, not outside it. Yeah, that's the way. Everything is happening within the mind. The wife is happening within the mind, the children are happening within the mind, the sunrise is happening within the mind, this rain or the clouds, they are happening within the mind. The whole universe is happening within the mind. Start taking that position. Don't come to a conclusion. Oh yeah, I got there, I understood. No, you can't understand this. You have to take the position. Keep becoming available to this position. Keep becoming available. Keep trying it. So this is what we are going to try today. To take the position not as a teeny meeny insignificant. Yes, we are insignificant, no doubt. We should be insignificant. Ego is insignificant because it does not exist. But as a body also we are insignificant in this creation. And instead we are going to sit quietly, whatever you want to do, pranayam, you want to chant your mantra to calm yourself down and fall into that position. And when you are settled, then bring yourself to maintain a disposition that, just like the dream or in the dream, which is inclusive of all the varieties, is happening only in the mind, same way the entire waking universe that I am experiencing, which I have taken to be real and as separate to myself, is actually taking place within this mind. And understand, mind is not one per person. This is also another thing that we have been wrongly made to believe. Mind is a principle. Space is not one per house. It is a principle. It is in that the houses are constructed. Similarly, it is in the mind that the whole universe is constructed. So be that total consciousness, total mind, which is all inclusive. Nothing is outside of it. How is it possible? Let the Lord reveal. We can't work it out by our thinking. It happens when the thinking settles down. But the intention is clear. And what is the intention? That I am not a part of this world, but the world is a part of me. And when the world becomes a part of me, then I lose all desire for the world. If I lose all the desire for the world, then there will be no action, no doing required, because there is nothing other than me. Then what will I achieve out of this world? This position has to be directly experienced. This is the Anvaya. The first one is the Vyatirek, Neti neti, I am not the body, I am not the breath, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect. The next part is Anvaya. Om Sahasrashirasha Purushaha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapad Sabhumim Vishwato Vritva Atyatishthad Dashangulam Purusha Evedagam Sarvam Yadbhutam Yaccha Bhavyam Utamrutatvasya. And it goes on. This chant explains what I am just explaining. That mind alone, the self alone, the divinity which is our essential nature alone is expressing as everything. Just like that one light alone expresses as the rainbow. Just like that one man alone expresses as the father, brother, son, friend, employee. Because we have expressed that way, we have not lost the oneness that we are, the man that we are. So here, these are just few pointers as examples, but come to the mind. Mind is nothing but consciousness. This consciousness, within this consciousness alone, the entire universe is appearing. Just like in the space alone, the rainbow is appearing. Just like in the dream alone, in the mind, the dream is appearing. Same way, this entire waking world, this entire waking, dream and deep sleep, take it as a whole unit. It is happening within the mind, not my mind, within the mind. And understand clearly that this mind is nothing but essentially pure consciousness. The wave is thinking that this wave is happening, the world of all the waves is happening within the ocean. It's taking that position. So for that to happen, for that to click, it has to give up its waveness. But it's thinking, it's happening. And just as we said that the mind is nothing but pure consciousness, the wave is thinking, it is not its realization yet, even though it is always. But the wave is thinking, I am essentially the ocean, I am essentially the water. Once I become the water, then I will stop becoming afraid of other waves. I will stop being afraid of death when I crash against the shore. I will stop competing with other waves, because once I take the position of water, then I am alone expressing through all the waves. So in this manner, contemplate, keeping your back, neck and head in a straight line, taking 2-3 deep breaths and settling down, keeping your head stretched towards the sky, not too tight, just comfortably, alert.